we should move on to Damn I Wish. I got a good plant.
You have a good plant. I have a surprising plant, a plant that's not very well known.
Damn, I wish I planted that. This is the part of the show where we talk about something that should be looking good in your garden at this time. I mean, we realize that lots of our listeners live in different places, but here's a good spring shrub, and it's got the most fabulous name, and it is Deutzia gracilis, and the real botanical, I guess they call this the cultivars, Duncan. I mean, it sounds like some Scot who might play golf, but somebody had the brains to have the trade name be Chardonnay Pearls, which I'm like, Chardonnay Pearls? I mean, just sign me up. I
I'm
want this
so
plant.
in.
I know. I think they should name plants after things like
That would actually put
mahjong,
me off the plant, just so you know.
just
It's like
because
Chardonnay
you
and
don't like Chardonnay and you're okay on pearls. I was thinking of other plant names that would put you off that I would love, like mahjong margarita something, or what's the other one?
don't give proven winners any ideas, please.
Debutante diamonds. Oh
They're
yeah.
just, oh my God, no.
You probably weren't a
Sorority
debutante, were you?
sparkle.
That's it.
Just no. Oh,
Anyway,
there we go.
Deutzia is a great plant, but they have bred this to have lime green foliage, and it just lights up, and not so sunny. I mean, it can be in full sun, and you'll get more flowers with full sun, but you will get fabulous foliage all season long, really. With this plant, if you put it in some dappled shade, it only gets to about 2 by 3, and it has gracilis is the adjective meaning sort of graceful, and it has these sort of arcing branches that you just cut one and bring them inside, and they're just, they're fabulous. The little blooms are like little tiny pearls, and that's just what they're kind of bell shaped. Sometimes some of the branches get are done and they just look kind of dead. The plant's probably fine. So if you have to do some pruning on it, of course, with any spring flowering plant, the best time to prune it is right after it's bloomed, and feel free to do that. It only gets to about 2 by 3 feet tall and wide. So this is a fabulous plant to just stick in, maybe, every once in a while in a repetitive shrub scene in your garden. And it's really going to scream out and say, hey, I am the little debutante plant. I am Chardonnay Pearls. For deer,
Pearls, Chardonnay pearls.
it's
Nice to
only
meet you.
Chardonnay. None of that. No, none of that other white wine. For deer, it is not the best thing that they want to go for first. It's B on the Rutgers list. And it is, of course, it is not deer resistant, but is more deer resistant than many other spring plants. So I recommend Chardonnay Pearls. I'll just say that name again.
No, you know what? I give it to you. It is a tremendous name, and it's a great shrub. And for the last 2 years, I've had my blossoms blitzed by late frost, so that they brown and they don't come out. But again, listeners, I'm in a very weird situation in that down in a valley.
Mm.
And that makes a difference. Cold air settles down here, so we tend to get the worst of those late frosts. And it's very possible it's happened again, along with my wisteria blossoms. I can't believe it. It happened again. I'm gonna
So
have to
sorry.
rethink that whole deal. But I think that plant is gorgeous, and it's a beautiful foliage plant.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, and it does well in partial shades. So I mean, how can you go wrong with that besides the name? So so my plant is Sauvignon tuberosum. No, I'm kidding. It is sorority Sauvignon. It is Geranium tuberosum. And this is one that was completely not on my radar, and that I came to when I was putting a bulb order in at Brent and Becky's several years ago. And it is a fully tuberous geranium that is an ephemeral. It has very early silver foliage that's low to the ground and very lacy, big sort of circles of palmate's not the right word. Just sort of think of it as almost ferny like foliage that's very silver, and it will just slowly carpet, and then in the beginning of May, it sends up these beautiful little blue flowers. So, like Geranium macrorrhizum, it is, the foliage is really beautiful, and the blooms are pretty good too, but the foliage is great. And here's the thing, it goes dormant. So you could plant this with, say, begonia grandis, and you could have that two-stage of a bed where you've got one starting to push up through the other, and while the other one is slowly finishing its photosynthesizing and going back to bed. And it's really bright and beautiful. I put it in with some crocuses, and the rodents who have loved my crocuses in that area, I have not eaten the geranium, and in fact, it has spread. So I've got about a 3 by 3 foot patch of it now. It's zones 5 to 9.
Mhm.
It's an Asian Mediterranean native. It's not a North American native, but it's one that's just you probably wouldn't know about it if you didn't know about it.
I don't know about it, so I have two questions. One is, could you describe the foliage a little more? You say silver. Are we talking dusty silver, like a Dusty Miller, or are we say metallic silver, somewhere in between?
Yeah, somewhere like a Dusty Miller type, like a very pretty silver. Like
Okay.
it's striking.
And then the
Coming up
blue
from the ground.
flower, is that blue as in purple? Because that's what we say.
Blue as in purple, I would
Okay.
say. It is a blue. It's a five-petaled. Each of the petals are sort of almost heart-shaped,
Hmm.
and then they have these beautiful anthers, quite a few anthers, and it's a very pretty flower. But honestly, the foliage is so spidery. That's the word I was looking for. Almost spidery and ferny at the same time. That it's worth growing just for that. And for whoa, what the heck is that coming up?
Yeah.
I have it with cyclamen, and I have it with as I said, crocus. And I really do like it a lot.
So when you say being eaten, but your crocus is not being eaten by deer, so in the war of these two plants, oh,
Underground, the
the
voles.
voles.
Yeah, but the voles are leaving the little tubers of this geranium
Okay.
alone,
Okay.
apparently, because it's spreading very well. So it seems to be a good one.
Good
And it's
end.
unfortunately that it's not a good one throughout the summer, but that sort of makes it special too. And Begonia grandis coming up through it afterwards.
And that's what you have, that combination.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I love that plant.